Hey guys, Rachel from Trino Nights, and today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. I've always thought it would be kind of fun to do one subject in 3 different mediums, so today I'm going to be making a polymer clay pin of a Luma from Mario Galaxy, a digital painting of a Luma, and then a watercolor marker painting of a Luma. Clearly, I'm more confident in one than the other two, but it's all good fun. It's good practice. So let's go clay and all the other stuff too. Okay, so I'm going to start with my digital drawing. I just imported a picture that I drew in my sketchbook and then did the line art in Procreate, and then I'm just going to take some Copic marker brushes that I have, and I'm just going to go around putting in where I think shading and lighting should be. I really have no idea. And adding some black and nebula and stars for the galaxy. Okay, and then for the watercolor piece, I am tracing the same drawing using a light box onto, tracing it onto some watercolor paper. And then I'm gonna tape the piece down because the paper kind of bubbles a lot when it gets really wet, and the tape really didn't do much because it still pulled away anyway. And now I need to do the line art, and I'm nervous. Does anyone else get really nervous when you have to do that first line with your line art? Like it's scary. Like you don't want to do it. Get some practice lines in, and then I'll eventually just have to go for it. There we go. Okay, I got it. And the rest of it is pretty simple after that. It's not perfect, but that's okay. And once that has had some time to dry, I will erase the extra pencil from underneath, and then I will start taking my markers and coloring in, and then using some water brushes to spread out the pigment. I'm still learning how to use these watercolor markers. From what I can see, there's lots of different ways you can use them. So I'm still experimenting with them. It's fun to obviously try new things. So I'm just doing what I think I should do. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I saw some YouTubers doing it, but it says on the box not to do it. But I did it anyway. My markers seem fine, so I don't think that's a huge issue, but I wouldn't recommend doing it. I won't do it again. And just trying to darken up the sides using an orange to kind of make everything seem darker on the outside and then lighter in the middle. Okay, now I'm gonna work on the outside of the galaxy, and I thought that I wanted to have like the most concentration of black behind the Luma and then to spread everything out, but I started really just spreading everything out way too thin. I was worried if I used too much marker, then you'd be able to see too many of the streaks underneath. So I start off really light, and I'm just trying to build up the color as best I can while everything's still looking nice and smooth without seeing those marks underneath. Okay, I've let it dry, and I'm going a little bit heavier on the marker and trying not to spread it out as much so I can get everything to be a lot darker. I know it's watercolor and it's supposed to be kind of transparent or whatever, but I still wanted some nice bold black behind the Luma, so that way the lightness of the Luma really stood out, and he's in space, and space is supposed to be dark, so. And adding some more colors for that galaxy type look. I'm using some blues and purples, just kind of mixing them all in, spreading them out. And I'm using some gouache metallic and white paint mixed together, and I'm just gonna dot that around for the stars. And I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously it could get better with more practice for sure, but I like it. Okay, and now here's the thing that I am the most comfortable with, and that is polymer clay. I'm just gonna make a simple pin. So I'm just gonna roll out some black clay and then cut a circle. But then I don't want it to stay a circle, so I'm gonna kind of pull around the edges and then push some sides back in so it kind of has this wobbly wobbly type of look. And some mica powders for the galaxy background. I use gold, blue, purple, and I think I bring a green in. And I'm just using a soft fluffy brush and kind of pinching it to make it have more of a line because it's kind of a small piece. And I wanted the gold to kind of just really go across, and then I add the extra colors as just little pops to make everything look a little bit more nebula-like. And now for the little Luma, I'm gonna use just a little bit of yellow clay. Making sure I get the right size, and I'm just going to roll a ball and then pinch up the top. And then I will pull out the bottom for the bottom part, or the legs. Legs are on the bottom, arms are up top. I will sculpt the arms separately and then attach them. I was trying to give it this kind of 3/4 view that my drawing also had, and I ended up making the second arm way too long. And I was like, it's okay. And then the more I looked at it, the more I realized that it's not okay. And so I cut it off and tried again, and this I feel is much better. It still gives that kind of illusion that it's to the side. And then I just rolled some little tiny ovals for the eyes and put them a little bit to the side to again give the illusion that it's more of kind of a 3/4 view, not straightforward. And just place him kind of askewed onto it. I don't want him in the center, just a little bit to the side. All right, now that it's been baked, I'm going to use some white paint, acrylic paint, and I'm going to just use a needle tool and a ball tool to add some stars. Okay, so I have the digital, and it printed out so it's like literally on my iPad, my watercolor, and my polymer clay pin. So 3 of the same subject done in 3 different mediums. This was a fun little experiment to kind of just see how I could do the same things but look differently but yet the same. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna try this, you know, a few more times of maybe taking some drawings and putting them into clay form and oh goodness, and kind of just seeing the differences between them because both are really fun to do. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Did you enjoy it? Do you want to see more videos like this? Same subject, 3 different mediums. So same subject, different mediums. And that could be characters, places, objects, all kinds of things. I don't have anything left to say, so I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!